Happy Tuesday. No one wants to be the recipient of poor treatment. It's aggravating. It makes people discouraged. It makes people feel like, down. It makes people upset. Or it just may make them want to get you out of their life. What I have noticed, not necessarily in myself, but, through analyzing. A lot of us have a problem with treating people like they're stupid. I don't know where this comes from, but I have always thought two important things are to treat people with respect no matter what level of life you're at compared to where they're at, and to not play people for fools. I've had conversations with people about this kind of stuff, and they're like, well, you shouldn't expect people to be as smart as you and everything like that. And I mean, at times I don't. But that still really doesn't have anything to do with the way that I treat people. See, the way I look at it is it's better to leave people totally alone than to engage with them in a way that's disrespectful, standoffish, where you're putting a false energy out there, because people can feel that, especially people that have good intuition and good, they call it intuitive empaths, people that are like me, where they pick up on energy very easily and very acutely, very well. And going through my own life, I've experienced this over and over and over again, where people, perceive me as one way, and so they have this certain way that they treat me, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, wow, this person actually thinks that they're communicating with me on my level. Or, wow, this person actually thinks that I think that this is a real conversation. And usually that'll be the last time I ever talk to that person. Unless it has something to do with a job, or something that has something to do, or I'm in an arena that, my livelihood depends on it. But even then, most likely I'm going to do what I can to get that person away from me and only deal with them when I absolutely have to. See, we're not children anymore. We're adults. And so when you become an adult, you have to think on a higher level. And part of that process of thinking is interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills is how we network. Interpersonal skills is how we gain success. If we don't have good interpersonal skills, we have to hire people to do that kinds of stuff for us. But that doesn't mean that you have it. That just means that you facilitated it through means of resources. But that doesn't mean that you possess those skills that those people have. And at the end of the day, do those people actually represent you? No, they represent, the entity, the business, or, you, but they don't represent you, your person, you. So I stress to myself, to all of us, to everyone that watches this video, treat people well. Treat people with respect. Don't play games. Don't act like you like people when you really don't like them. Tell them you don't like them. I do it. I do it all the time. I tell people, I don't want to be around you. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. It's that simple. You don't need to be worried about telling people no. You don't need to be worried about hurting everyone's feelings, because you're hurting their feelings less by being honest and real with them and upfront with them than you are playing games. And you're hurting yourself less too. Because when you are acting like that, you're acting fake. And we have to ask ourselves, where is that behavior extracting from somewhere else in my life? What other void am I causing in my life, or disruption am I causing in my life by acting like this? How are people that communicate with others speaking about me when they're with each other based on the way that I act and the way that they've, felt when they've been in contact with me? I want people, even if they don't like me, I want people to say, that guy's real. that guy's honest. You don't have to worry about that guy playing games, talking down to you, treating you bad, treating you like you're lesser than him. He's gonna treat you like you're equal. He's gonna speak to you like an adult. He's gonna speak to you like someone that has respect for you. Or he's gonna not speak to you at all, and he's gonna tell you to leave him alone. That's how I roll. But you gotta get out of the mindset. We all do, because this is ever evolving, ever moving forward. You know, we get these different situations that that are brought forth to us every day, and we have to sometimes react on the fly. Well, the default process needs to be that of respect, honor, and care for other people. Empathy. It's like I keep saying, we're adults. You're supposed to have interpersonal skills when you're adults, or when you're an adult. You are supposed to be taught these things either by your parents or in school. Does school do a good job of teaching interpersonal skills? They may bring it up, but it's, really our job as parents to teach this stuff to our kids. I'm always on my son. Think, treat people right. Always. Because I come from a place where treating people the wrong way could get you hurt really bad. And so I've fostered a mindset over the years of, hey, you better treat people with respect, because they may be willing to take respect from you. And like I said, it's better if you don't like these people, or they rub you the wrong way, or if they're vicious or they're mean, get them away from you. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe yourself. You owe yourself that happiness. But we still need to be mindful, like increasingly mindful as we get older and recognize more things in the world, of the energy that we put out in the way that we treat people, because that can come back and bite you in the butt. This is about creating a happy life. It does not make me happy to have people think I'm fake. It does not make me happy to have people think that I talk down to them. It does not make me happy for people to think that I am only, communicating with them to gain something from them. Especially financial. I don't want people to think that I'm only dealing with them so I can get money, so I can get resources, so I can get ahead in life. That's just not how I roll. I roll my way. I'm not going to compare it to anyone else's, because I don't think it's like anyone else, because I'm not like anyone else. I try not to be like anyone else. I grab little gifts and nuggets and keys to life and wisdom from my mentors. I implement it into my life the way that I want to. I'm not trying to be like them. I'm trying to have certain skills and knowledge and wisdom that they have, but I'm not trying to be like my mentors. I'm trying to be like me. I'm trying to leave behind my own legacy. I don't want someone else to say, oh, well, he's a copycat of that guy. No, not this guy. Happy Tuesday.